Here we go, getting ready for the green flag here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 2 races to go before the chase for the championship field is decided. Who gets locked into by this race and who gets locked out. TJ Howard leads them to the green. We're underway at Atlanta. Howard got a really good start right there in that 2 car. He pulls away from him coming through turn 2. Side by side for second, that's Ben Smith in the 31. 3 wide in the turn 3. Jacqueline makes it 3 wide to the inside, forcing Matt Adams on the outside lane out of the way as TJ Howard leads lap 1. That could have been bad down there getting into turn 3 that lap, but they made it. So it's Howard and the 3 Carter Smith Racing Team cars for the 27 of Irvin Jacqueline, Philip Von Voorhees in the 29, Ben Smith in the 31, to finish out the top 4. The battle is for 5th with Cindy Warner and Brendan Wolkowitz. Oh, contact in turn 3. That's Kustak in the 47. Nearly goes around off the 55 of Mary Capizzello. No caution, we stay green. But what a close call that was as they came through turn 3 and 4. Yeah, let's take a look, getting down here into the corner. See, Kustak drives it in there, and I don't know if she expected the 55 to stay up high, because it looked like the 55 was going to arc down into the corner. It looks like they just didn't expect to be at the same place at the same time. Pretty good amount of damage for that 55 car too, getting into the wall. But a great save there by Nicole Kustak. Welcome back to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've just had a caution. Tyler Attell there in the 38 goes around, and the other car involved, that's Ryan Clark's number 32. And the caution is out for the first time today here at lap 10. This is getting down into turn 3. It looks like the same thing that happened with the 47 and 55 there a few laps ago. The 36 runs the 32 up the track this time, though. And unfortunately, Clark, being a rookie, did not have the experience, it looks like, to hold on to that car, and he'll go around. And you'll see the 38 of Tyler Attell come in and just glances that car, and he'll go around himself. So you hear from the right of your screen, there's Clark and Attell. Pretty minor damage on both of those cars. I think they'll both be able to continue here with that. Here we go, back to the green flag. At Atlanta Motor Speedway, just a lap ago, we restarted the race, and now here comes Inga Miller looking to the inside of Irvin Jacqueline. It's Joe Tanner there in the 22. A lot of guys are really running well right now. It'll be interesting to see if they can translate that to a decent finish here tonight. Inga Miller in the 43 to the lead. And she'll lead this lap. What a run for this team. They've been qualifying well since that knockout qualifying procedure started at Daytona. Other than Daytona, they've qualified in the top 10. Both the 43 and teammate Lisa Hawker in the 9 have qualified in the top 10 and top 12 each week. They just have not had the results yet to show for it, and now here they are running first, and I believe Hawker last time by was in the 7th position. And as they come back around this time by, Joe Tanner in that 1 car closing the gap. And so is Jay Fluke in that 51 car, who has silently stayed in the top 15 in points just about all season. They're running 3rd right now. And that's the same car that ran the Charlotte race earlier this season. They had a really good race up there and led some laps, finished 13th, but that's the same car, so look for them to have a factor in this race. Tanner closing the gap. Can he get by as Fluke looks to the inside? Can't get a nose on the 1, and now they'll stay single file in the turn 3 and 4. This was a few laps ago. Ben Smith in the 31. Looked like he might have had a tire issue, but got back up on the racetrack at the exit of turn 2 and got it going again. And they're not really sure what the deal is there. That's going to be interesting to see what they can say about that, but we'll get back to that a little bit. Josh Snyder looking to the inside of Inga Miller as they battle for the lead. That's Tanner in the 1 looking to the inside, and he'll potentially get up there and win or lead the lap. Yeah, he got by Snyder there going into turn 3, drove it down in there, and he'll take the lead instead. Tanner has a win earlier this season, and maybe make it 2. Snyder has no wins in this series, neither does third place Jay Fluke in the 51, but he's been running strong most of the season. Both of those cars really have. And there's Joanna Ryba in the 15. We haven't talked about her a lot this season after 4 wins last year and having a shot at the championship. Has struggled much of the year, but is running well here. And Nate Alcock in the 34 car running back in the 5th position. He's a winner here at this track. And running well once again, no surprise there. Matt Adams in the 48 as we return to the Atlanta Motor Speedway is the leader. Josh Snyder in the number 16 car running second, some 1.5 seconds back. And caution is out for debris in turn 4. We're hearing that the caution is going to come out, and there it is. Yeah, the caution just now coming out for debris in turn 4. This is just the second caution of the race. And with 15 laps to go, this will change everything. This is going to pretty much give everybody a chance to get up here and battle for the lead. The only problem for the 16 of Snyder and the 5 of Laura Gold, who's back in 3rd, is they're going to have these lap cars to contend with here. The 10, the 83, and the 42. As you see them right there. Here we go. Going to be the restart with just 9 laps to go from Atlanta. Can Matt Adams hold off the rest of the field? Green flag. Now, the most important thing to remember, though, the 10, the 83, and the 42, they are a lap down. The battle between 1st and 2nd has got 2 of these lap cars between them. As Cabanilla in the 10, she's a lap down, trying to get her lap back from Matt Adams. Snyder back there in the 16, that white car, 4th in line, that is the 2nd place car. Cabanilla just drove it down to the inside of Adams in turn 3 and got back on the lead lap. Now, if she can get a quick caution, we talked about it earlier, cautions tend to breed cautions. Could she maybe stay on the lead lap and get it back? And if we were to get another caution, that would give Kirby Amons, so long as he stays the first car 1 lap down, the free pass. Snyder trying to close the gap in that 16 car, but he's got the 83 of DeShields in the way. Yeah, and while the 10 car is helping the 16 and the 1 catch up, the 83 is certainly not helping much matters. Snyder gets to the inside of DeShields entering turn 1. That's the battle now. That's the gap. Adams in the lead. There's Snyder, and Tanner now looking to the inside of Snyder as the whole field has ganged up on that 2nd place car of Josh Snyder. Yeah, he's in a hole right now, and he don't have any help at this point. He's by himself trying to get up here and mix it up with these guys. Some of these guys, as Snyder loses now 3 spots. Tanner up to 2nd now in the 1 car. And the one thing that's helping Tanner in that number 1 car is that the 48, he just can't seem to get back by the 10 of Valerie Cabanilla. And that's really going to hurt his lead here. Gap that time, just a couple of tenths of a second. As Tanner closes the gap here with just a handful of laps to trouble turn 3. The 27 of Urban Jacqueline goes around, and the caution flag is out for the 3rd time with just 3 laps to go. And if we thought the caution before was big, this changes everything. Going to a green-white checkered here for the first green-white checkered attempt. That's going to be a pretty interesting restart. Let's take a look at what happened here. You're going to see the 55 of Mary Capizzello, almost the same thing that happened to Capizzello and Nicole Kustak, but reversed earlier in the race. And it just broke the traction enough for Jacqueline to go around. And the 27 car, after leading earlier in the race, bad pit stop got her shuffled back in the pack and has not been able to recover since. Welcome back to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. If you're just joining us, the one of Joe Tanner won the race off of pit road after a late pit stop by most of the field, following the spin by Urban Jacqueline in turn 3 to bring the caution out with just 3 to go. So this will be our first attempt at a green-white checkered. And remember, for the green-white checkered rules, if the caution comes out before the white flag, they'll line them up again, and they'll do that up to 2 more times. If the caution comes out after the white flag is waved, the race is over, and the field is determined by the last scoring loop crossed under the green flag. I tell you, it's going to be real interesting to watch this one car in the 48 battle it out. They've been up here all day. See how this thing turns out. Here we go, green flag. 2 laps to go, provided we don't get a caution. Look at TJ Howard there in the 2 to the inside, 3 wide in turn 1 and 2. It's going to be a big move right there. He restarted 9th. It's already up to 4th after half a lap. Tanner with the lead into turn 1. Howard now looking to the outside in turn 4. Coming to the white flag. Look at that run that 2 car got. He's there. 1 lap to go. Tanner to the inside, Howard to the outside. Who's going to get here first? Look at that run the 2 car got up there on the outside. I tell you, he's going to be here before the line. He got loose, though, off the 2. Down the back stretch into turn 3 for the final time. Wilkinson looking to the inside of Howard, but Howard drives it into 3. Coming off turn 4. Coming to the checkered flag. Howard to the outside. Can he get him? He does! Checkered flag for TJ Howard at Atlanta Motor Speedway. His 2nd career win. And just like last season, a driver coming from 10th or so wins the race. What a finish. It's Howard's 2nd career victory, the first since moving to this number 2 car back a few seasons ago. As we'll see a burnout here for a moment. Howard becomes the 6th driver in Corvega Cup Series history to win from the pole after he started there earlier today. And that's a huge, huge victory for this 2 team, because that may help them get into the chase. His last win coming in race number 3 at Talladega back in season 1. Let's take a look at the restart. Yeah, I mean, right there off the bat, he got down there and made it 3 wide with Ryba and Blanford. Oh, Blanford got into the wall. No wonder he finished so far back. Look at that run by that 2 car down to the inside of Miller. As they came off turn 2. Down the back stretch into 3. And you see Adams, he had to check up a little bit getting down there. And Howard was just able to drive right by him on the inside to the outside of Wilkinson. Coming to the white flag. He got such a run off turn 4, really all the way through 3 and 4, that he was right there on the 1 before they got to turn 1. Gets up here to the outside. And watch right here. He gets loose right there, almost got into the wall. And here comes Wilkinson in the 17. It looked like maybe he was out of it, but then drives it again in the turn 3, and he probably, I don't think he even lifted. Drag race down the front stretch. And at the line, just gets ahead of the 1 of Tanner. And you see the 31 there of Ben Smith, a very similar finish between him and John Williams last season, with a photo finish and a green-white checkered restart. And I want you to look at that restart, right, or this race back to the line. Look at Wilkinson in that 17 trying to maybe make it 3 wide. Right there, wow. What a finish.